Hi friends, Chad Husted with TeamQuadzilla.com, here to share a mental fitness thought of the day because we know healthy living starts between your ears. Today I want to talk about our stuff, our material things, our possessions. We have a lot of stuff, don't we? I mean, many are recognizing this fact and have gone the way of minimalism, which can be an extreme form of not having things. The idea behind minimalism is interesting though, I think, and a quick internet search helped me to find these statements to describe the term. Minimalism is a tool to rid yourself of life's excess in favor of focusing on what's important, so you can find happiness, fulfillment, and freedom. Website theminimalist.com says minimalism is a lifestyle that helps people question what things add value to their lives. By clearing the clutter of life's path, they can make room for the most important aspects of life, such as health, relationships, passion, growth, and contribution. There are many flavors of minimalism, of course. A 20-year-old single guy's minimalist lifestyle looks different from a 45-year-old mother's minimalist lifestyle. Even though everyone embraces minimalism differently, each path leads to the same place. A life with more time, more money, and more freedom to live a more meaningful life. So, I'm not here to promote minimalism, but I do speak from experience that this saying is true. The more stuff you own, the more your stuff owns you. And our stuff comes at a high cost. Financial cost, obviously, but also in terms of time and energy to store, maintain, clean, and care for the stuff, and the associated stresses we carry about not having enough time and money and energy to do what's really important to us because we're weighed down by all of our stuff. I don't know if you relate to that, but I think we'd all like to live a life with more time and more money and more freedom to live a more meaningful life, right? And if we're honest, our stuff is not helping us to do any of that. So let me offer a few ideas about reducing your stuff and the negative impact it may have on your life. These things have worked well for me, so maybe give some of these a try. Number one, when in doubt, throw it out. I love saying this at home. Angie usually rolls her eyes at me though, but the point is that if I find a thing, usually buried in the garage or the junk drawer or in the back of the closet, and I don't know what it is, or I haven't used it in ages, or I didn't even know I had it, this is a perfect candidate for a thing that belongs in the trash. Besides, throwing away junk is liberating, don't you think? Next, go through your house. Where do you find all the things that you no longer need? Well, I prefer a systematic approach to going room by room and asking some simple questions as you physically handle every item in the space. When was the last time I used this? Will I use it in the next few weeks or months? And does this thing still serve a useful purpose for me? Sort your stuff in categories of trash, donate, sell, and keep, and clean the room while it's empty, and then just put back only the important things. Next is just sell. Some of our things no longer serve us, but they have value, and these items can be sold. And it's easy to sell stuff online if you're patient enough to deal with the people and can agree to meet in a public place to make the transaction. I've done this many times successfully, whether it's furniture or a car or bikes or toys or whatever. Of course, a yard sale also works well if you're willing to put in the work. But it's important to be honest with yourself regarding the big things especially. I'm talking about the toys like boats and snowmobiles and motorcycles and the associated recreational and entertainment type things that we tend to collect. These are among the most expensive and time-consuming items to have. So ask yourself, do they really serve you as they once did? And are you using it enough to justify the cost and the time to own it? Nothing against such things personally, but that's why I'm not going to buy a boat or have a timeshare again. Geez, that was a huge mistake. What could you do with the time and money saved or the obligation felt to use the thing if you didn't have it anymore? answering that question has helped me to part with a lot of stuff. Next, give or donate. For those not interested in trading your stuff for money, donating is a fantastic option. I love to drop off my gently used clothes to the local resale thrift shop or homeless shelter. This is an easy way to help those less fortunate. Next, replace versus add. I like this strategy to ensure I don't just keep collecting more things. Even if I'm buying just clothes or shoes, I must replace an old item with the new one instead of just adding the new one to the pile. This helps to control the impulse to buy what I don't need and keeps my closet from being cluttered. The same goes for anything like kitchen stuff or tools or toys or books even. Oh, that's a hard one, but all right, so there's a few ideas to help you get started in your decluttering journey to more time, more money, and more freedom to live your best life. Which of these strategies will you try this week? I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Thanks for watching your Team Quadzilla Mental Fitness Thought of the Day.